Mary.
Hi, I'm Linda. Welcome to Pinky Balls.
Sisters in the kitchen.
So today we're going to cook a Butterball turkey breast in the quick cooker. Several people have asked, we've cooked in it before, but several people have asked for us to demonstrate it. So we're using Mary's, and this has...
I'm glad she's using it because I got to learn some more about it too.
It has 16 settings. I've got it plugged in. Here's your stainless steel pot here. Now it has measurements in it. You don't ever want to fill it over 2/3 full, and that's after the juice cooks out too. So I would say try to keep it about half full.
Yes.
So we've got this is almost a 6-pound Butterball, and it is Butterball brand. So my hands are clean. I'm going to put this in the pot.
Now, you're not using the rack? You don't need to use the rack?
No, I'm not going to use the rack. The rack is to set the ceramic pot on top of.
Oh.
And this is gonna cover. It's gonna take this whole thing from this chicken breast here. From this turkey breast. Sorry about that. I've got an orange wash. I've got the ends of it cut off, and I'm gonna cut it in half. But first of all, I'm going to salt and pepper it. If you want to add, Mary, some salt and pepper to it.
Okay. Now, how much salt do you put?
The one I cooked last night wasn't quite this big, and I probably put about a teaspoon, but I had to add more, so I would say probably a couple of teaspoons to it. We're using low sodium chicken broth, so it's not going to have a lot of salt.
Do you
in
just
it.
You don't sprinkle it on
I just sprinkle it around it.
Okay.
And when you cook a turkey in the oven, I know you oil it down and all this kind of stuff and put stuff under the skin. But this is different. We're cooking it in a quick cooker.
All right. I'm using a half a teaspoon. You said 2 teaspoons?
Yeah, I think about 2 teaspoons.
Instead of going through the drawer and finding the teaspoon, I'll just put 4 of these. Do I need to move the turkey around or? Okay.
This broth is
okay. One more. Oh yeah, Linda, I forgot to tell you. I talked to Charles the other night.
Yeah.
And he said, "Well, you never guess what I've been doing." And I said, "What, Charles?" And he said that one of his somebody called him, and he thought that it was someone from the church called and told him that he wanted him to come and bury his dog. It was an older guy, and so he thought it was somebody from the church. And but when he got over there, when he found out the address, Charles, my brother, has been mowing. He's retired, but you know he can't stay still like us. And you need to spoon?
Yeah, thank you.
And
you didn't put any on there, did you?
I have not put any pepper in there. I'm slower than you, Linda.
I'm gonna use about half a teaspoon, and then I'm gonna add a little bit more.
Okay. And he said he kind of found out it was one of his customers that he mows the yard. So he got over there and he buried their dog. They'd had the dog for quite a while. And so when he got through, he said, Charles said, well, you know, one of his grandsons had lost their pet, and he made a cross. He made a little monument or type thing for the dog. And he said, would you like for me to make you one for your dog? And he said, you know what? I would just love that.
That was so sweet.
So it wasn't but a day or two when he carried it over there. When he carried it across over there, he said, my wife just lost her cat.
No, so he wants another
he said, would you build one would you make one for her cat? And Charles said, yes.
Now, Mary wasn't laughing because the lady lost her cat. She was laughing because that he had started something.
Right.
He wanted another one.
And then he went ahead. And made the cross for the little cat. And he said, you know what? We lost one of our other dogs a few months earlier. Just go ahead and make one for him too.
So he wound up making 3.
He wound up making 3 little crosses for their pets for that one person. And he was telling one of the men in the church about what he had done, and he said, I sure would like to have one made for my pet. So he made one for his pet. So he said, I guess I'm in the business of making crosses for pets.
Charles and Edward, both of our brothers, are excellent woodworkers. Yeah. I've never seen a tool that neither one of them don't know how to use.
I wished I had a picture of
it. They're very, very talented, and even though, like Mary said, they're retired, they both still work a lot.
Yeah.
So I put a half a teaspoon of pepper on there. Now, the one I cooked last night, I put more, but that's because I like a lot of pepper. So you can salt and pepper it to your taste, but you just want to put some salt on it because you don't want it to be blah. And we're using low sodium chicken broth. I washed and cut the ends off of an orange, and I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to squeeze. Orange always smells so good.
Oh, it does.
You talk about something smelling good in a few minutes when this starts cooked. I'm just going to squeeze it over the turkey breast, and then I'm going to put it down in here.
Now, Linda, if they don't have a pot like that, don't have one of the pepper shelves, would you just put that in the oven in a pan?
Yes,
do the same thing.
You can use orange. I've cooked many turkeys with orange. I always cook an orange when I'm cooking a turkey.
Okay.
If you were cooking a whole turkey, you could stuff the cavity with it. Like if you're putting herbs and things in it in the oven, like a traditional turkey, and you're, buttering it and greasing it down, you could put a turkey in it also. It just keeps it very moist and gives it a really good flavor.
And I'm enjoying my little towels.
Me
I
too.
love these.
And I'm going to only put about half of this can. I'm going to do something probably a little bit different. This is a packet that came in, and I've washed this, by the way, so this outside of this package is clean. It comes in the turkey, the Butterball turkey, and what it is gravy. It's concentrated gravy mix. Whoops. Slipped out of my hand. And I'm going to put this in here. And it's very rich.
It's not too thick. It don't make it too thick.
It's going to have juice. This turkey's going to cook out a lot of juice.
Okay.
And
yeah.
I probably got about a half a pot full of juice when I cooked the one last night.
Okay.
So I'm sorry I missed your.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right.
I'm just stand up.
We got water.
So you can see, Mary, if you want to come over here and see that.
I wonder if we can get a closer
Can you
look.
see in the camera?
Why don't you take the pot over there and show them? Like this.
I think she's got it. I think
Okay.
she has it right there. So you can see that it's got quite a bit of juice in it, and it's going to cook more juice out. So I'm going to add just a tiny bit more. I know because last night, the one I cooked last night, it wound up with a lot of juice in it. So I put probably about two-thirds of this can, and this is a 14.5-ounce can.
Okay.
So we got it in the pot. We got our seasonings on it, and here's the lid here. Now this has 16 settings on it.
Now all you did was plug it up so far, right?
All it is
That's all?
plugged in, and you'll see the gaskets in there.
Okay.
And this is your release here, and this is a little button that's going to pop up when it when the steam builds up. So you just want to put this on here.
And the lock and unlock is in the front,
Yeah,
right?
and you heard a little noise. I don't know if you can
Yeah,
hear it
I
on
did
the
hear
tape or
that.
not.
Yeah.
But then you just close it like that, and to open it, you just do it like that. And it's got the directions on the front.
Okay.
You want to push this button to make sure that your little button is in the right place here. Okay, it's straight.
Okay.
So this little red button here, your steam button, it's going to be down until the steam builds up. So here are our settings, and we're going to go over, just turn the knob. That's all you do, is you turn the knob over. You'll see
And that's the
sear,
time.
steam,
Okay.
slow cook, proof. You can actually proof dough in this. And this is chicken and poultry. So this is what I want. But I want it to cook more than 15 minutes.
Yeah, this is a knob that selects what
that
you're
selects.
cooking. Okay.
So I want it to cook more than 15 minutes, so I'm going to punch the time and then the plus. And I'm going to take it up to, I think it'll go up to 43.
43 minutes?
It may go up to 49, and then it starts over. See, it starts over at 45, so
Okay.
I'll go up to 45. That's a high.
45 minutes.
Yes, as long as you can cook it at one time. Then-
Is it done in 45 minutes?
It won't be. I cooked mine a little over the time once it hit, once it stopped.
Uh-huh.
I cooked it again. So what's going to happen now? We got it set on 45 minutes. We got
And
this.
it's all closed.
We got this
Has
closed,
been tight.
and then you're going to push start. So now you're going to notice that you're going to think, well, it hasn't started cooking because there's no minutes on here. The minutes won't show until the steam builds up. And this
Oh.
little red button is gonna pop up, and that way, once this does, then the minutes are gonna start counting down. The really great thing about this pot, or one of the great things about it, there's lots of things because you can cook multiple layers in it in the ceramic pot. But once it's done, it goes into warming mode, and it will keep your food warm indefinitely. And once it goes into warming mode, you'll see warming on the LED screen, and it'll tell you how many minutes it's been warming, and it keeps the food warm. So if you're busy or you forget that it's done and you didn't set the timer, you don't have to worry about it. It's just gonna stay warm. That's all.
Okay, now when the 45 minutes is up, do you open the lid and check the turkey to see?
Yes. When the 45 minutes is up, you want to let the steam. There's two ways to let the steam out. You can let it go out natural, which just means just leave it alone, or you can press the button and the steam will come out.
Now, is it too early? Do you have to wait till it steam dies down before you make
No,
it?
you can press
It's okay.
it.
It's different from a pressure cooker then.
You can press it as soon as it gets done. I
Okay.
keep mine on the stove, and I turn the vent hood on just to pull the steam out.
Okay.
But you want to make sure that you don't open this and let the
Don't
steam
open it, yeah.
without pressing that button, because it's a lot of steam in there and it might burn you. So make sure that you do either let it release manually, which means you just leave it alone till the pressure goes down, or either push the button and the steam will go.
The steam has to go down before you open it.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Then you open it, and do you have to just do the steps over again?
Yes. Then
To
you
cook
would-
it some
you would
more.
do it over
Once you
again.
test the done.
Test it with a knife and a fork, see if it's done, and then make sure that your gasket is on there correct. If you're trying to force your lid and it won't go on, you just make sure that the gasket is all even in
Yeah.
there, and then you just put it back on,
Okay.
and then start it over again. So, so we're just gonna set it and forget it, and when the steam builds up, it will start counting down on minutes.
Okay.
So we've
Now,
got the turkey.
you made
breast.
one last night, right?
Yes, I cooked
Okay.
one last night.
Okay.
This one is a little bit smaller than yours.
Okay.
So,
You gonna show them what it looks like when it gets done?
Yes.
Now, like I said, a lot of people out there's not gonna have these. So just cook it in the oven
yeah, and if you've got
with
it,
foil. Do you put foil over it?
um,
Cover it with foil or just open?
cooking it, we usually cook ours with foil on it. A lot of people cook it part of the way with foil. Some of them cook it open all the time, but you really want to cook it at least part of the way with foil, because the top's gonna get too brown if you don't. I've been cooking turkey breasts for years because it's just Mike and I, and unless, what did we have last year? We had y'all all over. Did we cook a turkey breast and a ham? I can't remember. I can't remember what we had. But
For Christmas last year?
No, for Thanksgiving.
Oh, for
Everybody came
Thanksgiving.
to our house.
Oh, that's right. We did go to your house, didn't we?
Yes.
I can't remember, Linda. Yeah, we had
You had everything.
you had turkey breast. I can tell you because that's what you cook. I don't normally cook turkey breast. I just cook the whole turkey. Our Christmas is Charles O'Neill always brings the turkey. Remember?
Yeah.
They bring the turkey and Edward brings the ham, and then we do the vegetables and salads and desserts. And then we do other meats too, but that's the turkey and ham that we always
Yeah,
have.
this is the breast that I cooked last night, and like I said, it wasn't quite
Do
as
you
big
want a
as this
knife
one.
to cut that, or do you want to use your pepper chef knife?
I'll just use a regular knife instead of electric
You can
knife.
use electric knife.
And,
Do you want the one that you warned me not to cut myself?
yes, that one. So, in here, we've got a little bit of juice. I'm gonna save this. There's some bones in here, and I'll go through those because we're gonna use this for gravy. But, that's new. You can smell it.
Is that
It's
right?
new.
Yeah.
It's something
Yeah.
new.
I'm glad she's using mine. She gave me this for Christmas last year, and I never used it because I have a pressure cooker, and I just usually use it.
Yeah, we have the Cuisinarts, and you can use any brand pressure cooker that you like. I know there's a lot of them on the market. It's just this one is real versatile,
Yeah.
and there's so many things you can do with it. You can cook a whole meal. I've actually had a meal on the table in less than 30 minutes, and that was prep time, cooking, and dishing it up.
You talking about the
And
turkey?
this, yeah,
Oh,
not turkey, chicken.
chicken. Oh, yeah.
So
let me get you a plate to put that on.
this has got a little bit. We're going to use all this good stuff for some giblet gravy, so, or some chicken gravy, turkey gravy. Guess it's turkey, it's not chicken. But
Here's your pan to put your
okay.
trimmings here, your leftovers in.
Okay, and I'm going to chop these up, and we're going to use a big part of this to go.
So
in the
what?
gravy.
This is the skin.
I won't use the skin.
I knew
It
you
has
wanted
some
to use the
skin in
skin.
it.
Yeah, I knew you were going to
Yeah.
use the
And
skin.
it's got some little bones in it too. We want
Yeah.
to make sure we take that out. But
Well, I'll go through and get the bones out, the skin.
Mike would never eat my cooking again if he got something with a piece of skin in it.
Yeah, I believe that. I have to be extra careful whenever I'm cooking with Mike.
Whoa, I'm sorry, I
That's all
dropped
right.
that.
Let me get a paper towel.
Mike he's real particular about what he eats and how it's cooked. So, probably, I'm being probably a little bit more particular than, some. How did I miss
That was always your,
Yep.
Linda, you remember that? It was always your favorite. Oh, that's right. Well, we're supposed to make a wish first.
Oh, I think so. It's not wanting to break though. I got the short one, so
So
I guess the wish comes
I
through.
guess my wish will come true. I got the long end of the pulley bone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that was
always my
always
favorite.
Linda's. What Linda does.
So, you know, I'm not a carver, but I don't know how good a slices I'm gonna get in this. Might not be pretty slices at all.
Well, I mean, I don't
How
know.
would you cut it?
A regular turkey would cut this way, but I don't know.
Why don't you cut it, Mary?
Hey, you're doing a good job, Linda.
I'll let you cut
You're
it.
doing.
No wonder it's not cutting.
No,
right.
give me a fork, please. Oh, my hands are dirty too,
Let me
though.
wash my hands.
I'm no better cutter than you, but I just know on the big turkeys, I'll start with the breast, cut down this way.
And I will tell you that these do cut better when they're cold. And this is cold. So that wasn't the problem. I was the problem. Okay, Mary. Oh.
Just however thick you want them. That's
So it's quite a bit of
yeah,
meat.
it is.
And it's pure meat too. So and we're going to show y'all a really neat little trick when we make cranberry sauce in our segment when we make homemade cranberry sauce.
What
to
I would
with your
do
turkey.
is line the meat up this
Yeah,
way.
you would put it up a little. I'm sorry I started.
Oh no! You're doing fine. You're just doing fine, Linda. Hey, we're doing this together. We'll mess up together.
It's juicy though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Now see, I cut into that gristle. I got to get that out of there.
Okay, yeah, we don't want that.
Just turn it around.
Everybody's gonna probably.
Get this where y'all can see me. Well, we don't have to slice this all the way to get. I'm sure everybody knows how to slice a turkey.
Well, evidently I didn't.
No. You do fine, Linda. You do fine. Well, I'm not doing a very good job. I use my electric knife, so I don't. Okay. We're going to leave it like that because we don't want to cut it all up. We don't want it to dry out.
So we'll probably just wrap this with saran wrap, right?
Yes,
To
or
keep it,
something. And then that dish there is, we can,
it looks pretty.
yeah, we can just wrap it in foil, put foil on, and put it in the oven and keep it warm.
Okay.
We're not going to do that now, but that's what we will do before we eat because we got something else in the oven right now.
Okay.
So
So I want to.
it hasn't started yet. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna go ahead and pick this turkey off, and if
Okay.
you'll get me a little plate,
All right.
then I'm gonna put the good stuff on a little plate for
Okay.
when we make gravy.
All right.
And I will.
Are you doing gravy today or tomorrow?
I don't know. We're
It's
gonna
up
do
to
it
you.
today.
It's up to you.
We might do it when we do the dressing, right?
Okay. Yeah.
We'll do it when
okay.
we do the
Okay.
dressing.
Okay.
So we're gonna discard the bones, but
Okay.
I was thinking this week about we didn't take vacations
Yeah.
when we were kids. We would go places, but
Well, Daddy was gone so much.
he
when
was gone a lot in
yeah.
the truck when he was driving the truck. But when I was in second grade, in Miss Norton's class, our aunt Marie and her family lived in Oil City, Pennsylvania. They were Northerners, and they come down usually every summer, but some summers they missed. And
That's when Mama would always re-wallpaper the whole house.
give us permanents and all kinds of stuff. But
Get us-
one year, when I was in second grade, we decided to go up there. Daddy had brand new 53 Ford.
Yeah.
And
It was red.
I was in the 2nd grade. Yep, it was just as red as it could be. And we got permission from school. They knew we were going to be gone, so it was 6 of
They
us.
said it was going to be educational for
Yeah.
us to take the trip, and we was excused.
And we traveled a lot with Daddy in the truck, especially me and Edward, but more so than Mary and
Yeah.
Charles, because
Yeah,
we were
I
the
didn't.
youngest. But we were excited about going to Pennsylvania. And there was 6 of us, 4 kids and Mom and Daddy, and Pinky Paw went with us. Pinky Paw, he was a homebody. He didn't like getting very far away from home at all, so he didn't go. But we were all in that little 53 Ford, and of course we were kids. I'm sure that we had plenty of room. This is back a long time before seat belts and air conditioners and all that kind of good stuff. Automated smart cars. And Pinky Mom was sitting in the back seat with us. She said, "Now Cecil," that's our daddy. She said, "Now don't you go through downtown Pittsburgh." And my daddy, he was used to driving all over the place, and he loved his mama dearly, but
He probably didn't take too kind of being told how to drive.
No, he was going to do what he wanted to do, no matter who said what.
That's
so
where we get ours from, I guess.
he was very independent too. So we're in downtown Pittsburgh, all 7 of us in that 53 Ford, and Daddy started going across the street that had a trolley car track on it, and he has flat in that 53 Ford. And Pinky Mom wakes up, and she said, "Cecil, I told you not to go down Pittsburgh." Now this was long before interstates was ever even thought about, I guess. And Daddy got out and he asked this man. He said, "Do trolley cars go across this track?" He said, "Yep, there's one coming right yonder."
Oh my Lord! See, I don't remember that.
So they helped. They helped push the car off the track, and they changed the flat, and we went on. And this was in, I guess it must have been in September, because we never started school until after Labor Day, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Back in our time.
Yeah, right.
So my cousin Sue she's younger than we. Sandy was your age.
Sandy was my age.
And then
Yeah.
Pam was younger.
Yeah.
So I went to school with Sue. Did you go to school with Sandy?
I think I did. And I went to the skating ring with her and watched her. And I envied so bad.
Ice skating.
Ice skating. I wanted to ice skate so bad, but I couldn't. I didn't know how.
So I went to school with Sue, and we're sitting there in her grade. She must have been in the 1st grade, because
Yeah.
that was
We were
the only
young.
grade
We
we
were
were
young.
in. And so they wanted me to get up in front of the class. So they got me up in front of the class, and I was real short for my age. I was always the shortest one in our class. And do you remember what they asked me, Mary?
You know what? I forgot.
Well, the kids started asking
Was that
questions.
one when they asked you how to spell Nacogdoches? Was
No,
it?
that was at home.
Oh, okay.
And then, the kids started asking me questions, and one of them asked me was, first of all, they said, "You talk funny." And I said, "No, I don't talk funny. Y'all talk funny." I was in the 2nd grade. And so then one little girl asked me, she said, "Do they have saloons where y'all live?" Like saloons.
Yeah.
She meant like
Oh,
old
the
Western
Texas.
saloons. And I said, "Well, I'm sure they have them in Texas, but they don't have them where we live."
That's how kids' mind they related to books that they read. Or,
But I
or
never hesitated. I answered right away. But we were supposed to stay, a week or a week and a half?
we were supposed to stay longer than what we did.
And they forecasted a snowstorm.
It was coming a snowstorm.
My daddy said, "Let's get packed up and loaded up. We
It
are not
snowed
fixing
before we
to get
left, though.
stranded."
It
She
snowed.
lived at the bottom of a mountain
Yes,
in a
she
big
did.
old
Right.
3-story house, had
Yes.
a basement in it.
Yeah.
And so we headed back to Texas. We got out of there. But it was a trip that I won't ever forget. It was especially on that trolley car track in the classroom there. Now our pressure still hadn't built up. I wanted to hopefully stay on until it does, but you were talking about Nacogdoches and
Yeah, I want to tell you what, and talking about the school, at school,
Yeah.
Linda was in the 1st grade, I was in the 2nd grade. And this is, they brought Linda in there to our room, and they said, "We want to show you what Linda can do. And here I am sitting in the 2nd grade. Said, Linda, we want her to write Nacogdoches on the board. And there she goes, and she writes Nacogdoches out just as plain as can be.
I couldn't reach the board. I couldn't. They helped me up to reach the blackboard.
I knew you wrote it on the board.
I was so little, and they asked. First of all, they asked, was there anybody in there that could spell Nacogdoches?
Right. And nobody could spell in the 2nd grade could spell Nacogdoches.
And I wrote Nacogdoches on the board. And I was in the 2nd grade. Yep. And another time, I was in 3rd grade in Miss Cole's class, and this was in in the 1st grade. It was Miss
Metalier. Miss Metalier taught us 1st grade.
Was it Miss
Yes,
Metalier?
it was Metalier. Miss Metalier.
But I was in
She taught all of us.
Yes, she did. I was in the 3rd grade, and Miss Cole, our 3rd grade teacher, she asked us one day, she said, okay, class, if y'all could be anything you could be, I want you to write down on a piece of paper what you want to be. It could be an animal, it could be another person, it could just be anything. And I sat there and I thought a little bit, and I said, well, I can't think of a thing I'd rather be than myself. And that's what I wrote down. And Miss Cole called Mama. Do you remember her calling Mama?
Our teachers had a close relationship with
teachers would call your
Yeah.
parents, and she said, Miss Pinkston, I want you to know that Linda was the most sensible one in our class, because she said all she wanted to be was herself. She couldn't think of anything she'd rather be than herself, and that
describes Linda to this day.
But another time that was really funny, and this was in Miss Norton's class in the 2nd grade. You can see the steam starting to build up.
Yeah.
This was in the 2nd grade, and I don't even think school class was in session, but Miss Norton, who had also taught all of us, Mary mentioned her in one of Mama's stories.
She met us at the hospital.
She asked me one day, what did y'all do this weekend? I must have been on Monday, and I said, we picked berries. And she said, were there boysenberries? And I said, I don't know, Miss Parrish. I said, but I know they wasn't poison, because my mama wouldn't have picked them if they'd have been poison. Boysenberries. I've never heard of boysenberries. All I knew was blackberries and mayhaws. And so she called Mama and told her. That's how teachers used to be. I don't know if the camera can pick up the steam or not, but it's building up steam, and it's probably really soon this little red button's gonna pop up, and then
it'll start timing down.
Yeah, it'll start timing down. You see, I've got this turkey, these bits of turkey, I've got them minced real fine, and that's what I'm gonna use.
That's what you're gonna
when
put in the gravy.
When I make the gravy, yes, it is. So,
and I'll just put this in a bag and throw it away.
Yeah,
the cats might want that small, the little fat. I'm not sure if Chuck wants to give them that or not.
Might.
Chuck's real particular about what he feeds the animals.
It's
so
got
I'm
a lot
not
of little bones in it, so he may not want to.
He won't want to give it to the animals. So,
but
I'll put this in a bag and throw it in
a
trash.
few minutes. If we had smell-o-vision on this camera,
wouldn't that be nice?
This
That'd
really
be so nice
is
if you could.
this smell is gonna go through the whole house. It's gonna start smelling so good, and it just all of a sudden, before you know it, that little red button pops up, and then you'll see the 40.
I'm getting excited about the holidays. I'm getting excited.
I am too. I
always
love
have
this time of year
know
when it starts turning cool, and it just brings back so many happy memories, and you're looking forward to Christmas and to all the little kids. How many little kids do you have, Mary?
Carla has 4 girls, and she has 9 grandchildren. So I have 9 great grandkids.
And then Linda
has
grandchildren.
2 boys, and that's I got 4, 5, 6. I have 6 grandkids. Yeah, Carla has 4.
Yes.
And Linda has 2.
And then you got
and then I got the 9
little ones.
And out of the 9 great grandkids, we claim her as our granddaughter, but she's actually a foster child. She's 13.
Yeah.
And so she's part of us too. I mean, we count her too, because she is such a sweet girl. Such a sweet girl.
And you can tell that the red button is just about ready to pop up.
It's not already up?
No, it'll pop up.
Okay. It pops up, and then the time starts going down.
It will start going down. So when we're through with this series, depending on what you want to make, you would be able to take each one of our videos
Right.
and make a complete Thanksgiving
Right.
meal
Right.
just from what we cooked
Between now
in
and
this
the
series.
and the last week, we're not sure about
The
that
third,
last
the
week.
third week, it'll be the week before Thanksgiving.
Yes.
We'll finish the week
Week
before
before
Thanksgiving.
So they give y'all time
To do a grocery
do.
list, make a
Right,
menu,
right.
whatever you want to do. And
Right.
you may not want to do everything we've done. Maybe you want to pick out
No.
one or two dishes.
Hey, every household has their main dish.
Traditions,
Yeah,
yes.
and so
And we have ours, and for years, okay, so you see the little
Yeah,
red
I see
buttons
it,
popped
yeah.
up now?
Yeah.
And it should start the time.
The little red button right there, it popped up whenever it's completely. In other words, what it is, it's built up the pressure.
Yes, it's built up
it
enough pressure,
Now
yes.
it will start cooking.
Now we'll start cooking,
Yeah.
and just any second now, this number here is gonna, the 45 minutes is gonna pop up to see the time. And I set my timer most of the time when I'm doing this, just because I want to check to see if it's done or not. But you don't have to, because it's going to go in the warming mode. And just like I said, you can cook chicken breast. You can even cook frozen chicken breast. You just add a couple minutes to the time. But if you happen to come in one evening and you forgot to lay something out, you can throw
You can
frozen
put it-
chicken breast
Well,
in here,
now
and
how-
it'll be done in about 20 minutes.
Okay. It will with
Yeah,
frozen,
You just add just a couple more minutes to the cooking time.
and it's done
and
in
it's
20
done.
minutes.
Yeah.
I have to try that. Oh, that's my oven. I've got.
That's the timer.
I'm in the timer. I'm doing something in the oven.
Well, I thought the time would already be up there, but it's going to pop up. in just
It's
a
got.
second.
That's gonna have to cook a little bit more. I'm gonna put 10 more minutes on that
Okay.
we have in the oven.
So, with the stainless steel pan, it comes with a little scraper. I had one of those here. Do you have your scraper? Do you have a little scraper?
Oh
I was
Lord,
gonna
then
show them.
I've got one. I'm sure. My drawer's so full of stuff.
But that's all right.
Are you
don't have to
talking
get it
about?
out. It's,
Yeah, it is. I know what's that. Ain't that what you're talking about? Is that what you're
no,
talking
it's
about?
brown. It's a little brown
okay.
one.
Well, then I don't have a
Here,
brown
wash
one.
my-
I can tell you.
Well, remind me to bring you one. I'll bring you one next time.
Well,
I
are
come.
you talking about to scrape the bowl out with?
To clean it up with.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
little brown scraper that.
Well, this
that
is
cleans
pepper
it.
shelf, isn't it?
Well, you could probably do that,
Okay.
but
But
this
this
is
is not.
square
This is too
one.
big.
Yes,
This is
you
too
need a
big.
little square one,
Okay.
and it cleans it out real good. And of course, you don't immerse the lid in water. You take the gasket out and clean it.
Would that work?
It won't.
Okay.
You need something
That's
a little
too
harder than
Okay.
that. But
All right. Well, I guess.
I'll show y'all on another video of what the little scrapers are. You can buy them. I think they come like 5 in a pack or something. I got a whole sack full of them.
Okay.
But just because I want this time to show up, it's not showing up. But
Well, they understand that whenever it starts up. It's got a little thing telling you this lock. So
Yeah.
that's one thing with the pressure cooker. It
with the
doesn't.
cruising arc.
Yeah, it doesn't take. Don't have a little light on there telling where it's locked, because I've cooked in the pressure cooker so many times, and sometimes it won't ever build up the steam. It has not locked good.
Right.
And it was just a mistake.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
'Cause I've had the same problem.
And
with
I'd
mine.
have to go through the whole. The timer keeps working,
But it's not.
but
actually,
it's not actually
steam.
didn't build up no
Yeah.
steam. So I like that with that lock
Yeah.
on there.
Now it seems like it's taking forever today because we're wanting it to come up, but it really doesn't take that long. If you're cooking something else, by the time you get something else done, you turn around and it's
Well, that was a
already
big
counting down.
turkey breast
Yeah.
too.
It is. So, anyway, we hope that you enjoyed our video today on cooking a turkey breast. And again, you cook whole turkey, that's fine. It's just, I especially like
We like the breast.
cooking a turkey breast. And that way we eat all of it and we don't have a lot of it left.
Right. We've had a good time with y'all today, and hope y'all have a good day. And
we'll
see
see
you again
and
tomorrow.
We'll be making,
Yes, tomorrow we'll make
dressing and gravy.
Yeah,
And
we'll
it's
make
the cornbread dressing.
cornbread dressing tomorrow. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye bye.